What's up? What's up? What's up? Straight to the point. Sports and entertainment. Hope y'all feeling good. Want y'all to hit that like. Make sure you sub to the channel if you're not a member. Also hit them notifications so that you're able to get all of my content and all of my videos. Salute to the whole entire LDBC, Lions Den, basketball, boxing community, and salute to all of the people that rock with me. And if you don't rock with me, that's cool too. Okay, stepping stone, ladder. You know what I'm saying? Use you as motivation. Okay. Uh, gonna get right into it. Uh, look, last night, like I told you, like I told everybody, the Dodgers, and yes, I'm talking baseball. Yes, I'm talking baseball. Okay, we talk baseball around this motherfucker. Okay. If you don't like that, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and go somewhere. We're gonna talk baseball. We're gonna talk basketball. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk football. We're gonna talk about it all. Okay, we versatile around this motherfucker, all right? However, we do gotta talk about the World Series, okay? Now, Stephen Green, I'm here. You showed up. I know you mad. I know. I told you. I told you. Now it looked in that seventh inning, around that sixth, seventh inning, it looked from the beginning of the game that, dang, I was like, uh-oh. I was like, uh-oh. You know what I'm saying? The Blue Jays had it, had us, but it did not happen. It did not happen. It was Rojas that came in the clutch, right? He came in the clutch. Now, look, before I get this started, man, let me get the hat. Let me give hats off to Toronto. Now, Stephen Green. I know you know baseball. Uh, Listen, the Toronto Blue Jays were facing a 32-year drought up until they made this World Series. Hats off to them for making it. Bro, you lost money on the game. What you bet on the Blue Jays? You bet it. Oh, Steven, please stay in this live. Don't and listen, don't get mad and leave like you usually do, you know what I'm saying, out of disgust of what I say. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta hear this, man. You gotta accept this smoke, okay? All right? You gotta accept the smoke. Uh then the reason why I'm giving my hats off to Toronto too is because they got something brewing. Now, in Toronto, we got to consider this. I think his name is Bo Bichetti and George Springer. They're getting older. They're getting older. Okay, they're getting older. So we're gonna see how that plays out. But they got something brewing over there with Toronto. Now, let's let's come with some things. You know what I'm saying when it comes to my squad, the Dodgers. Right. This might have been one of the best World Series when you consider the dramaticism of everything that took place. You know what I'm saying? Think about it, okay? You said Will Smith. I wasn't. I think he home. Yeah, yeah, Guerrero Jr. coming back. Yeah, you got Guerrero coming back. Yeah, they're in the lock. Definitely. Now you got to consider how all this drama has been unfolding, Stephen. You got the Dodgers. You had the 18 inning game three. That's historic right there. Okay. You had Trey, your Savage. I call him Savage. His game five start. Okay. And then, of course, you had the epic game six ending. And then last night was the epic ending. Okay. But you got to take your hats off. I don't know why you would bet against us, Steven. You know why? Because we done got three titles in the last 6 seasons. Okay. We got the most talented core in sports. Okay. We won consecutive games while facing elimination, including that Padres NLDS, man. What were you thinking? What were you thinking? I ain't even got that. Look, I ain't even got the Yamasoto yet. I ain't even got to him yet. I call him Yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Yo. I don't even feel like saying his name. But hats off to him. He was the World Series MVP. Yamasoto, aka Yo. I call him Yo. He was the World Series MVP. Now, let me say this, okay? He's not the GOAT. He got a long way to go. Okay. I mean, he got a long way to go. However, he's starting off good. I mean, starting off great. I mean, we talking about 3-0, 1.02 ERA. You know what I'm saying? He became just the 14th pitcher to earn 3 wins in the Fall Classic. You know what I'm saying? I mean, dude is brilliant. But my all-time GOAT, you know what I'm saying? And I know they played two different positions, two different styles or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Is Mariano Rivera. I mean, of course, he was a relief pitcher. You know what I'm saying? And Yo is a starting pitcher. Okay, listen, I fuck with baseball. I just don't talk about it that much. You know what I'm saying? Two Raw and God rest his soul, LB. They had an edge on me in baseball, and maybe the homie Cypress and probably Brown Sugar. But I do fuck with baseball. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk about it heavily that much, but this is why I can't quite put him up in there yet. Now I know that this might not be a good comparison, you know, and I'm about to do a little bit comparison of why Yo got a long way to go. Okay, um, only played 2 seasons. Okay, Mariano Rivera he played 19 seasons. You said hard to hit again. I was hoping he didn't pitch. Yeah, I mean, look, this guy he's great. He's gonna be great if things stay like it is. He'll be great. His win loss record I think is 19-10. Mariano Rivera was like 82-60 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, you gotta consider the games that they play. I mean, Mariano Rivera played well over 1,000. Yo has only played 48 thus far. You know what I'm saying? Still got time, got a ways to go. Then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? Uh, you got to consider the records. Now, Mariano Rivera, he's got the record, you know what I'm saying, for saves at 652. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, like I said, they played two different positions, two different roles. You know what I'm saying? They're both pitchers, but still a little bit different. Mariano Rivera, you know, his strikeouts was obsolete. He was at 1,173, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo has 306, and the whip on the whip, Rivera he sits at 1.0, while Yo has 1.03. Now I didn't really mention you know, like games started or whatever, because we know that uh, Mariano Rivera, he was a relief pitcher. You know what I'm saying? But he set the standard, the gold standard for relief pitching, and uh, Rivera started 48. You know what I'm saying? And when he did come in, and when he did start, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry about that. Rivera only started 10. Yo started 48. Sorry about that. But like I said, man, you got a long way to go for you to reach that record. But I mean, come on, two World Series. Come on, you said, do you think the Yankees? No, no, don't mention them Yankees. No, no. Yeah, I mean, we always do, man. We always get great Hispanic players, and we always get good uh, Asian players, or Japanese, like you said. So we are a dynasty, Steven. Yes, I'm saying it. We are a dynasty. Now, is Yoda GOAT? No, I'm not ready to quite put him there yet. But we are a dynasty. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. You know what I'm saying? When you think about the Bulls, when you think about the Yankees, you know what I'm saying, back then, you know what I'm saying? They dominated. When you think about, you know what I'm saying, even the San Antonio Spurs, even though that they didn't win back to back like that, nigga, we didn't win back to back. When you think about them Lakers, you know what I'm saying, with Kobe and Shaq, you know what I'm saying? When you think about Showtime Lakers, you know what I'm saying? When you think about the Celtics, man, they gonna go down in history, bruh. Why would you bet against the Dodgers, my nigga? Why would you bet against the Dodgers, bruh? Why would you do that? How much did you bet? Don't tell me you bet over $100, man. Look, Stephen Green don't want to hear the smoke. Why? Listen. Why when y'all come over here, y'all don't want to accept the smoke. Y'all don't want to face the smoke. You know what I'm saying? And they not going to no World Series. The the Yankees not going to World Series. I think that's outside between. You said Dodgers, great dynasty team could three-peat. You said $150. Man, you bet $150? Man, I thought you said y'all was struggling with EBT. Man, that's money that you could have had for food, man. Come on, bro. Come on. I could have told you not to bet. That's why you got to come over here, man. You got to get advice, bro. You don't bet against the Dodgers, man. Man, look at you. You was rubbing your hands together, Steven. You was up in there like, ooh, I'm finna go get some groceries. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go get some meat, put some meat on the grill. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go get some cereal. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I might have a little, pocket change, to play with a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? In the clutch, guess what happened? Guess what happened? We ended up coming through like Jordan in the fourth, coming through like Kobe in the fourth, coming through, man, just ending the game. You know what I'm saying? Sealing the deal. That's what we did, man. But like I said, man, it was a great World Series, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting here trolling. Hats off to, like I said, to the Blue Jays, man. They played a great series. Now, I didn't think it was going to be the Blue Jays. Remember, I told y'all that. I was saying that I thought it was going to be, in my opinion, I thought it was going to be the Brewers. I thought it looked as if though the Brewers were going to be the team. You know what I'm saying? That's just in my opinion. I thought the Brewers. Some people said the Phillies too. Some people had mentioned the Phillies in there too. But I was looking at the Brewers the whole time. You know what I'm saying? As a threat. But hey, like I said, you never know with baseball. You know what I'm saying? You never know with baseball. So hats off to the Dodgers, man. I mean, hats off to the Blue Jays, but it's the Dodgers, man. It's the Dodgers that are the team, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's not what you want to hear, Stephen, but it's the truth. I don't even know why would you bet against it. Like that's what I'm saying, man. Why would you bet against a core like this? You know what I'm saying? Hell, we gonna win it next year. We gonna win it next year. We gonna three-peat. Put money on that, Stephen. Put money on that. So only team that in American that could beat next year is the Blue Jays in the Cleveland National League. Nobody can't beat the Dodgers. Maybe the Brewers next year. Mookie they got. Yeah. We got Rojas. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? We got a core, Steven. They not messing with us, bro. Yo gonna be a year older. Come on, man. They're not messing with us. We gonna come in, you know what I'm saying? We gonna dominate again, you know what I'm saying? Just like some people didn't think we had a chance. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? We kind of started out kind of sluggish a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But we came through in the clutch. That's what we do. So, anyway, there you have it. Talked a little bit of baseball with the homie Stephen Green. Now, let's go ahead and let's switch gears. Okay. Okay, let's switch gears. Ja Morant. Ja Morant, man. Where do you see Ja Morant going? Where's a good fit for Ja Morant? Where's a good fit for Ja Morant, man? Because at this point right now, we got to start looking where Ja Morant could go because Ja Morant clearly don't want to be there in Memphis. Okay, he don't want to be there, and it's time to look at some other teams that'd be a good fit. Look, I want to let y'all know right now, Ja Morant, when healthy, is elite, is Hall of Fame worthy. You know what I'm saying? Is gonna get man. He is gonna get in the heart and the teeth and nail of the defense when healthy, when he play having a good game. Um, I'll put to you like this, right? A lot of people talk about Ronnie being undersized and stuff like that. Ja Morant, really ain't nothing but about 6'2". You know what I'm saying? He made about 6'1", 6'2", 6'3" at the most, got considered shoes and everything like that. But he can easily clear the rim. You said the Clippers, Wizards, or the Heat. Sixers don't need Ja. I would love to have Ja. Man, give me Ja. Give me a healthy Ja. Do you know how we would destroy people? Now, we would have to give up some people. Man, we could get some of that old stuff out of that. Man, we would be so explosive. We already got Maxi, though. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Maxi killing this year. You know what I'm saying? Coming back with a renewed focus. You know what I'm saying? We got BJ Edgecomb. You know what I'm saying? We got a killer backcourt. You know what I'm saying? If we were to bring in Ja, man, do you know how much more athletic that would make us? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see and see Ja. He bring that tenacity to offense. You know what I'm saying? You said VJ and Max. Yeah, we pretty much got a core. What's up with it, Kenyon? I see you in the building. But we pretty much got a core that's gonna set us for I would say the next, you know what I'm saying, 7 seasons if everything goes good. If we ain't trading away anybody and all this other stuff. I know some people are looking for Embiid to go, you know what I'm saying? The sweet spot for Embiid in the year that you gotta be looking at is 28, 29. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. I mean, Ja is he injury prone? Yeah, but not as much as Embiid. At least Ja gets on the floor and he plays when he can. You know what I'm saying? Ja just makes he's just an explosive player, man. He does some death-defying shit out there. You know what I'm saying? Getting above the rim. That's why I'm saying I don't never make no excuses, Steven. All these guys talk about how Bronny is he's undersized and all this other stuff. And here come this motherfucker here, Cypress TV, man. He only come with like, a couple people, a few people in the chat. If he see a donut in that motherfucker, he ain't gonna fuck with your channel. That's just how he rock. You know what I'm saying? If he don't see no females in that bitch, he ain't coming. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no liquor in that bitch, he ain't coming. He ain't got no weed up in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He like if he smell like cigarettes or some shit like that, he ain't coming. You know what I'm saying? If there ain't no ass, no titties, you know what I'm saying? None of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? No music, you know what I'm saying? Nothing, you know what I'm saying? A couple of guns on the table. That motherfucker ain't touching your shit. Motherfucker Cypress TV in the building, aka the Lust Demon on a Sunday. What's up with it, Cypher? Well, I guess Cypher, man, you gotta get your stuff together, man. I don't know what's going on with you. But anyway, yeah. Uh like I said, man, I think Ja would be a good fit. Of course, you want Ja to go to a winning situation. Okay, we don't want Ja to go to a situation where he's losing. I mean, because you got to think about it, they're not in a losing situation, but they're not in all that winning situation. I mean, they're at 500 right now. The Memphis Grizzlies are. They at 500. So and he's used to being in dogfights with what I'm saying, the Golden State Warriors and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ja's almost got there. He's almost gotten to the finals. He's almost been there. You know what I'm saying? So Ja is a winner. He need to be in a winning situation. Some people might say the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? But they gotta have the money. You said a losing team is easy to get. Yeah, but he don't want to be in no losing situation, no, Steven. He don't want to be in no losing situation. He definitely don't want to be in no losing situation. Now, I'm gonna say this: get him to like a Portland I'm saying, and we got to consider the money too, because we're not talking about no cheap guy. We're talking about a guy, you know what I'm saying, that's getting the bag in job. You know what I'm saying. So they got to be willing. And I know he done had a injury history, but Ja is still young. He still got an upside. You know what I'm saying. He's still under 30. You know what I'm saying. Uh, Ja is still, you know, up there now with the injury. That might be a risk. You know what I'm saying. That's what we got to consider. You know. So uh, you said the Clippers. You said the Wizards. You said the Heat. I think the Heat would possibly be a good situation. Him and Bam. I'm thinking about him and Bam. You know what I'm saying? A couple of guys that's on there. You know what I'm saying? Like Hero and some of them other guys. Yeah. Now I said that yesterday, but the thing about it is, this is the thing. Like, as much as you like Zion, can you rely on him? You know what I'm saying, throughout the whole season. You know what I'm saying? And we all know that's what John's dealing with right now. We thought that Zach Edey was going to come in there, you know what I'm saying, and be healthy and stuff like that. He's having to play, you know, without being without Zach Edey being there and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's kind of been demoralizing and frustrating. But at the same token, he can't get mad at anybody. You know why, Steven? He can't get mad at anybody, because Ja done been hurt too. He done been hurt too. You know what I'm saying? So he can't get mad at any. He can't get mad at somebody like Zach Edey or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Or even if Jaren Jackson Jr. was to go, be hurt for a little bit, he can't get mad at them. You know what I'm saying? It's the next man up mentality. You know what I'm saying? It's the next man up mentality. So I mean, it's gonna be kind of up in the air. You said Pelicans beat Mavs. Wow. Yeah, I mean the Pelicans record. You know what I'm saying? Because I think now they 1-5. I think they is, if I'm not mistaken. They finally was able to get that win. They coming in, they was 0-5, but they finally was able to get that win. But um, here's the thing: the Pelicans aren't really, they got talent. I think they got Zion, but they got some people out and everything. So Zion gonna have to just be more of a leader. I've always said that. You know what I'm saying? He's young still, but we can't keep giving this excuse that these players are young. Oh yeah, and they can't lead. Nah, I don't really rock like that, because you look at Jordan, he came in, he already had that leadership mentality. He was like, look, man, y'all guys that's on here snorting lines, you know what I'm saying, drinking, all that other shit. I came to win championships. He's like, get them the fuck up out of here. Orlando Warriors, you cool and everything, you know what I'm saying, but you not about winning championship. All these other motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, y'all sitting up in here, you know what I'm saying, not taking the game serious, going back, go work at a local gas station, all that other shit. Nah, that's not what we came to do, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And you got to have that type of mentality when you come up in there. You know, that's the type of mentality that you got to have. Come on, man. Let's talk about this. You know what I'm saying, Stephen? Because y'all don't really want to have this type of candid conversation. Y'all want to try to make excuses for these guys and all this other stuff. No, I'm not here to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's either you want to play or you don't. Now, I give props to Zion. He's he looked on pace to play about 60 games. He did last season, up until he got hurt in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to realize. Zion got to, they feed off of Zion because they see what you do. If they see that you could climb the rim, dunking pretty much on everybody, doing all that death-defying stuff, 360, and you know what I'm saying, doing funky shit, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers is going to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? They be like, well, damn, this nigga got way more talent than I do. You know what I'm saying? But if you come up in there, you know what I'm saying, you ain't really got the talent, but then you trying to tell everybody what to do and all this other stuff, you don't show up, always lazy, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, they ain't going to listen to you. You say overweight. Nah, he ain't overweight no more. He ain't overweight no more. That nigga done lost weight. Nigga in shape, bruh. Niggas in shape, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this, okay? Like everybody think it's hard. You need all these pills, you know what I'm saying? You need all these, you know what I'm saying, needles, you know what I'm saying, all the damn surgeries and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, to get your body right, stuff like that. Man, you don't need none of that, man. It's called getting in the gym. Zion women problem. I mean, yeah, he had that, but he kind of came with a renewed focus. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but Zion ain't the only one with women problems. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Ant got women problems. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys that got women problems, but it's just how you handle it. Like all that stuff, man. I don't really give no excuse to that. You know what I'm saying? He chose to mess with a porn star, you know what I'm saying, and an IG model, you know what I'm saying, that was trying to get the bag or whatever, you know what I'm saying? PJ Washington messing with, you know what I'm saying, the the a woman that, body count, you know what I'm saying, is up there, and Brittany Renner, you know what I'm saying? Those are decisions that you make, man. And you ended up having a baby, because, your pullout game ain't that good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, that's your decision. You know what I'm saying? Ant-Man got that situation going, child support and all that other stuff. Look, that's just life, nigga. You made that decision. You know what I'm saying? You made that damn decision. So I don't really rock with a whole lot of excuses. You know what I'm saying? Old head, I see you in the building. Make sure y'all go sub to T Price in the building. You know? But I mean, that's the decision that you make. Oh man, I got a baby now, and all this other stuff. No, that's the decision that you make. You got to take care of it. You nut in there, you take care of it. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I know it's Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to sit up here, praise the Lord and all this other stuff. But man, we got to be real. You know what I'm saying? We got to be real. Now, I ain't no Marvin Sapp and no shit like that up in here talking about. Well, we need about $1,500 more dollars, congregation. Yes. That's not going to work. We're locking the doors of the church right now until you give us that money. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Being a pulpit pimp and shit, but I mean, Ja right now. That's what uh, that's what we're looking at right now because he obviously don't want to be there. He got that 1 game suspension. You know what I'm saying? He clearly ain't got no poker face. You could see it when he was with the reporters. He said you'll have to ask the coaches and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I disagree with Blake Griffin and Udonis Haslam on this one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Ushers. Not come on, man. Come on, T. Price, man. Come on, man. You know how we do it in the South. Not Ushers. Not Usher. No, Ushers. Ushers. That's how we do. We say Ushers. The ushers of the church. You know what I'm saying? T Price, come on, man. You done been in church. You grew up. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to be in the choir. Your mama said, "Nah, you gonna have to do something in the church." Okay, you could do ushering. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta sing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta do no praise and worship. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta get up there and talk and pray up against nobody. You just stay silent and seek them people. You feel me? But yeah, like uh, Ja clearly don't want to be there. And it's time for his ass to just go ahead and make them moves. But like I said, I disagree with Blake Griffin and I disagree with Udonis Haslam. Udonis Haslam talking about, yeah, but you got to go out there and play. Look, if you're not feeling that good, it's going to be a terrible situation. Udonis Haslam has seen stuff like that before. You know what I'm saying? Him playing in Miami and situations that unfolded, especially when LeBron was there and D Wade and all that situation that happened with Pat Riley. You know what I'm saying? He clearly didn't want to be there. You said you're the son of a preacher man. You said job performance would be better on another team. How would Ja fit with the Lakers? Nah, man, he ain't gonna. Man, listen. Everybody, the first thing that they say is him going to the Lakers. But I'm not looking at the Lakers. Lakers just need to stick with who they got. Lakers, you know what I'm saying? She probably know this. You're not gonna win if you keep on moving people, bringing people in, all this other stuff. you're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be in a good situation. You got your chemistry. You said job Portland. Yeah, I did say Portland. Young, but he in this motherfucker though. So uh, salute to you though. We got this motherfucker up in. Man, you got your shit right, Cypress.
Yeah, man, you know what's going
Oh,
on,
man,
man.
man, man, come on, man. You ain't never got his shit right. God damn, I know you hung over, but damn, my nigga, shit. You know what I'm saying? I know you depressed about what happened last night. You know what I'm saying? The Dodgers getting another one. Look, we got a Yankees fan in this motherfucker.
Go Yanks.
Man, he's screaming. Yeah, do you know who just won last night? Do you know who done won three titles in the last 6 years? I know S. Young, you know what I'm saying? He over there with Scrub Zero and Jose and HDI, TV and all them, you know what I'm saying? Talking baseball and all that other stuff. But look, man, we over here, my nigga.
Yeah,
Cypress,
salute,
man.
salute
Ja
to the
Morant, man. Ja Morant, come on, man. Don't give me no one word answer either, man. Come on, man. Like,
I
where's Ja
know.
gonna go? Where's
It,
Ja gonna go, man?
I don't know, man. I think he need to go somewhere like somewhere where he can. I don't know. Charlotte would be a good play because there's a lot of young players he can grow with.
So you say Charlotte.
Yep.
Well, Charlotte a young team. They're extremely young. I mean, you talking about LaMelo Ball, you talking about Brandon Miller, you know what I'm saying? You talking about uh you know what I'm saying, what's his name? Bridges, you know what I'm saying? You talking about Miles Bridges and everything, you know what I'm saying? That's a young squad. You know, Ja is he's heading in a stage of his career where nigga finna be old, you know, older, you know what I'm saying? And he's looking towards championship, or he should be looking towards championship, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, he coming in with the porn star mustache and shit, you know what I'm saying? That's how you know you're getting old, you know. Um, you got that, just the mustache, the crew worker mustache, you feel me? No goatee or nothing. You know what I'm saying? You just got a mustache and that's it. You know what I'm saying? No chin hair. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know you getting old. But anyway, man, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I just
Because my bad, but I get tired of seeing people go to teams that already built to win. Man, go work for it. Go build a team or go work for it. That's what you get paid for. Go build a team up to the championship team. Don't already go to a team that's already championship, but at least playoff build according to the right. I hate that. I hate that.
right. I agree with you, man. So like, but in this situation, are you speaking more so of Ja's situation? Are you speaking like of him being in Memphis, or are you speaking of him? Okay, if
Now
if
I'm
if he was
speaking of. I hate when anybody do that, and not just him. I ain't making, but yeah, if you go see him somewhere where he can grow with other young players whose mentality is just like his. He ain't deserving to already be on the championship team. See, those somewhere where people got young mentality just like him, and they can grow and build a team up to where they need it to be.
But you got to think about it though, Cypress. He was in a dogfight with the Golden State Warriors that went on and win the championship, man. So he knows winning basketball. He knows the winning situation.
Take it to a young team that need to hear it, man.
Okay,
Memphis,
like
Memphis is already on the outs with him already.
okay, I agree with you on that one. Now, okay, Steven said losing team is rebuilding. I don't have time to wait on the ring. Yeah, but other GMs are going to look at. We don't have time to wait on your attitude. We don't have time to wait on you getting healthy. We don't have time to wait on you. You know what I'm saying? And other bullshit that you got going on outside of the court, like trying to
Man,
tote guns, like my nigga Cypress say. Go ahead, Cypress.
yeah, that's true though.
Yeah. Another thing is, as Young was saying, Portland. I think Portland's going in the right direction now. You got all that stuff, about to be swept up under the rug with Chauncey. Well, they pretty much they gonna move on with Chauncey if they keep on winning. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you think about Portland? Cypress, you there? I think Cypress, something wrong with his stuff, but yeah, man. Yeah, like Portland would have been a good situation for him. You know what I'm saying? They on the come up to it now. They're in the winning situation. They haven't been above 500. You said Portland has to give up a player to get job. That ain't no problem. Like what you don't know, Portland got a lot of money, man. Portland, their cap. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they have had to go. Um, I don't think they've ever had to reach in no luxury tax. Now they did get Dame back, but I don't think they got Dame for that much. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I would have to look up or whatever. And I think maybe the brother Ticket or Kareem or probably brother Two would probably know right off the top of their head. Salute to them brothers, man. But they haven't been in the luxury cap. I don't think, you know what I'm saying, even with all the players that they don't have, roll through there. So I think they got a good chance of getting a job. Plus, listen, we got to look at the liability risk too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Ja has been hurt in the past. That's a risk that you're taking, Stephen. You know what I'm saying? That's a risk that you take. You know, Ja could be there one day. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you turn around, he hurt again. He gonna fuck around. You know what I'm saying? Cypress. He gonna be like goddamn Trayvon Diggs and shit. Every time you turn around, you look in the backfield. I'm talking about in football. You can't depend on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended, Stephen. We talk about your Cowboys and shit, but um,
Man, well, Portland got a lot of that tech money out there. Rest in peace to Paul Allen. Shout out to Bill Gates. Yeah, they got a lot of that tech money, so they got some bread to spend.
man, they got tech money. They got a cyber. They got that medical weed money. You should have said R.I.P. to Cliff Robinson. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying?
One of the Portland Trailblazers. I forgot about him. I didn't even know he was dead, but rest in peace, Cliff Robinson, one of the Portland Trailblazers greats, y'all.
Woo! Hey, Stephen Green asked Cypress. He said Cooper Flash 16 point. You impressed?
Nah, nah, not unless it come with a win. Now, if that 16 come with
Well,
a
they
win,
won. They won. They beat New Orleans.
they ain't beat Detroit.
Cypress ain't giving you no type of breathing room, man.
Come on, come on, Polo. We gotta bring it the same way, man.
You
Come on,
right.
man.
You right. You right there. That nigga Cypress up in here trying to cook a nigga this morning. No, I ain't gonna let you do that, man. Shit, the Dodgers won, my nigga. But no, I'm not impressed by that shit. I gotta agree with Cypress on that, man. Look, man, 16, that's good, but that's what you're supposed to do. You number one pick. Hell, you're supposed to get 20. Shit, you supposed to get 30. You know what I'm saying? VJ Edgecombe third pick. He got 30.
Shout out to the Dodgers who
Thank you,
sent me
man.
give me a few dollars last night. Shout out to the Dodgers.
Man, you know how much this nigga Stephen Green bet?
How much?
$150.
Oh,
He bet on the Blue Jays. I
man,
could,
well, you could have donated that to the Fiber TV fund. Shit, cause he
man, I don't know
what he
what you. I told Stephen, man, I was like, damn, man, you got to come over here, man, and get some advice, and you got one of the best niggas, that know what he doing when it comes to sports betting and nigga Cypress TV, man. He could have told you not to take that, man.
What you should have did was took. Yeah, you should have took. You should just took the Dodgers straight over. You would have want some bread, man. I wouldn't even.
Right,
You should have took the Dodgers straight up on the
and
line. You'd have won your bag last night.
man, and that's the thing. Steven know baseball. Steven, that's his cream of the crop. You know what I'm saying?
He can't
Excited
know
to know.
baseball. He can't know baseball doing shit like that.
You said Seattle, Washington. Who you got? Ooh, well, who you got, man? Who you got out of Seattle and Washington?
I like Washington, but I gotta go with Seattle from what I'm seeing.
Yeah. Jaden Daniels, he coming back, right? Or he's still out?
I don't know, but I'm hoping Seattle win because I got them on my booking ticket. So I'm hoping I got Denver +2 over Houston today. I got Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay. I had
Well,
Baltimore.
you taking Dallas?
Yeah, I'm taking Dallas.
Oh yeah,
And
Jaden Daniels playing. Oh, I got Washington, nigga. You know JD back, bruh.
I got Kansas City over Detroit. All my bets is money line on my book. I got Kansas City over Buffalo.
Hold it down for me, Sipe, real quick. I'll be right back, all right?
Okay, I got Kansas City over Buffalo. Dallas over whoever they playing. I forgot who they playing. I got Denver +2 against Houston. I got oh who else playing? That's some more people that playing. I got on my ticket. He said he got Buffalo. I got Kansas City or Buffalo on the money line. Yeah, so that'll be a hot 1,200 if they just hit for me. So yeah, I'll pray for them. That'll be a hot 1,200. 1,200. So I got Dallas up at Arizona.
You said you got Buff over Kansas City. Nah, I gotta take Kansas City on that one. Dallas versus Arizona. I got Arizona. Dallas ain't really been playing that good football. And then Colts. Oh man, y'all play the Colts today. Side damn. Ooh, that's gonna be a good test right there. That could potentially be the AFC championship right there, potentially. What you think about that, man? Could that potentially be the AFC championship? Possibly. I don't know. But um, like I was saying, next one I got next subject I got to shift to, man. I had to talk about Charles Oakley, not Charles Barkley, Charles Oakley for a second. Um, Shout out to the brother, the Art of Dialogue. He's been candid with this interview, man, with Charles Oakley, man, and um, as you know, Charles Oakley, one of the great enforcers that played in the league, uh, 80s going into the 90s, and then of course early 2000s. But he's been asked a lot of questions throughout this interview, and of course they got to the subject of Master P playing basketball. Now I'm not really gonna go into the Isaiah thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows how I feel about Isaiah. Isaiah is my all-time starting point guard. All I'm gonna say is that he wants to sit up here. Charles Oakley want to talk about people being bitter. Well, you sound bitter yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad at anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because you still holding grudges too. You still holding grudges towards a lot of people too. Okay. Now, like I said, I fuck with Charles Oakley, but if you're gonna sit up here and, of course, he had the subject of Master P came up. We've been talking about no limit, cash money, and so everybody gonna capitalize on it naturally. All right. So the subject, you said Oak is a bully. I mean, shoot, he ran into guys that he couldn't bully. Some guys that he couldn't bully. you know, I mean, them guys that was on his team, they were bullies too. And I'm talking about, well, if we talk about the New York Knicks, because he's most known for the New York Knicks, you know what I'm saying? Of course, he played for the Bulls, period of time, and then he played for Toronto, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we know Oak for being with the Knicks for some years, you know what I'm saying? But them guys that was on that team, I mean, you had Xavier McDaniel, you know what I'm saying, who wasn't no punk. You know what I'm saying? You had Anthony Mason, who wasn't no punk. A lot of people think that Derek Harper was all nice and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nah, Derek Harper wasn't no punk neither. Neither was John Starks. He wasn't no punk. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm pretty sure they had a lot of skirmishes while they was in practice too. You know what I'm saying? But you can't. I mean, what's the name? Charles Oakley ain't just gonna be running around just punking everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? Him and Barkley, done got into it. Man, Charles Oakley done got into it with everybody. Shoot. Probably got into it with his damn mama. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. You know what I'm saying? That's how Charles Oakley is. But I'm gonna say this, right? Charles Oakley, man, you sitting up there and you criticizing Master P and you saying that, oh, he couldn't shoot and couldn't dribble and you thought it was funny and all this other stuff. Well, I mean, you weren't I mean, yeah, you was enforcer, you was a rebounder and stuff like that, but you act like you could dribble the best and you act like you were great with guard skills and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Master P was an entrepreneur already playing. He was self-made, you know what I'm saying? And he took time out, you know what I'm saying, to try to chase a dream that very few people are able to achieve. And he actually made a roster and actually was able to make a preseason team and play on TV and some in a lot of places or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, you sitting up in here criticizing Master P, but Master P is better than Bronny James. You know what I'm saying? And everybody know that I was supporting Bronny James. You know what I'm saying? Wanted him to make it, wanted him to get better and everything, but we got to call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? Master P was able to put up points in a preseason game. You know what I'm saying? Bronny being scoreless. You know what I'm saying? And this is a guy that came from the struggle. You know what I'm saying? This is a guy that came from the Calliope projects. You know what I'm saying? They grew up with a lot of people in his household. You know what I'm saying? One, 2 bedroom or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? In projects and all that stuff like that. Came from humble beginnings. Bronny James, it's no knock on him, but he already came from money. His pops was a billionaire and stuff. And then for you to sit up there and you criticizing him saying that he couldn't dribble, couldn't shoot and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the man was grinding, the man was trying. And on top of that, here's the thing too. Now, like I said, I don't make a lot of excuses, but I'll give Master P this though. He tore his knee up while he was in college. You know what I'm saying? I think he ended up because I think he went to Merritt college or whatever, but he ended up messing up his knee. You know what I'm saying? While he was in college or whatever. So I mean, he had an injury, a knee injury, and stuff like that. Those type of injuries aren't easy to come from, especially back then with the technology not being as advanced as it was. You said Master P about that life, scared of nobody. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure that if Oak was to try to run up on P or something like that, man, you you would have had a whole nother challenge, at your hand. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, I disagree with Charles Oakley on that. You know what I'm saying? As far as Isaiah, I could be just being a little biased. You know what I'm saying? But everybody knows I fuck with Isaiah. Isaiah is my starting point guard. You know what I'm saying? Are there some things that I don't necessarily agree with Isaiah? Hell yeah, and I done cooked them before. You know what I'm saying? But man, for you to sit up there and still hold grudges, and I said I wasn't gonna talk about it, but I just gotta be real, okay? Um, you gotta let that shit go, man. You bitter, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys are bitter. Hell, Isaiah to a lot of extent, he bitter about a lot of shit. I want him to let a lot of shit go. He keeps saying that he didn't have he don't have no issues and all this other stuff, but hell, we can't tell. You keep talking about the shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, after a while, you know what I'm saying. You about to be what in your 60s. You know what I'm saying? Some of them in their 70s and stuff like that. Man, let that stuff go. We talking about stuff that happened in your 20s. You know what I'm saying? And in your 30s and all that, man. Shit. And basketball for y'all is pretty much over with. It's over with. It's good to talk about it. Y'all need to reflect on the good times. You know what I'm saying? You keep on reflecting on the bad times. You still talking about, being set up in the airport, or you still talking about, Jordan and all that other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Grudges that he got with Jordan and shit like that. Nah, man, you gotta let that thing go. You gotta let that thing go. So I disagree with Oak on that. I disagree with Oak on that. Now, was he a decent role player throughout his career? Yeah, but at the same time, you can't sit up here and judge anybody like you was Jordan, or you was on Kobe level, or you was on Kareem level, or you was on Magic level. You know what I'm saying? Now you keep saying that, oh yeah, you only got 2 titles. Well, Oak, how many titles you got? How many titles you got? Last time I checked, you got your ass knocked out by Jordan. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't count. I mean, it wasn't all you. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't win no titles. Isaiah got 2 rings. You know what I'm saying? All these guys that you sitting up here, trying to criticize and stuff. I mean, you can't criticize Barkley or anything because you don't have no rings either. And I'm not trying to make it about Charles Barkley. We know the history and stuff like that. But man, come on, come on, man. Like you bitter about a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all this interview from what I see was Was you, you know, an older guy being bitter about things that unfortunately that he can't change, that he can't go back to, or he was secretly jealous of a guy such as Master P, you know what I'm saying, who he saw the drive in Master P. He saw the, you know, the talent or whatever, but he was trying to undermine what he had. Master P could dribble. I've seen him play. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't bad. Now, maybe maybe they just chose to go in a different direction. Well, I know one of the reasons was is because they didn't want to bring the, you know, the fact that he was already doing the hip hop thing and stuff like that. They didn't want to bring that type of attention to, you know what I'm saying, their whatever franchise he was, because I think it, you know, it was with the Raptors, and then of course he was, you know, I think he was hooping a little bit with Charlotte or whatnot, you know, at that time when Charlotte Hornets or whatever. But you know, either way, the man made, you know, a preseason team. You know, some guys can't never say that. He got to play in the game with the likes of NBA players. Now, it may have not been, he may have not been coming down dunking on Jordan and no shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying, crossing up, you know what I'm saying, famous guards and all that other stuff. But hey, he got into a game and he played. That not a lot of guys on this earth that can say that they did something like that. And he can say that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he going around bragging and boasting about it neither. Oh, you sitting up there, you should just give him his props. Hey, I mean, you gave him his prop just a little bit. I'm not gonna say that you didn't, but you kind of undermined him more than what you more than the props that you gave him. He should have just been like, look, at least he tried. At least he came from a struggle. At least, you know, he made it. You know what I'm saying? Even with everything on his plate, and he still was able to get up on there. You know, so that's uh that's how I feel about it though. But man, I rock with y'all for almost an hour, man. Me and a brother outside the TV, man. Make sure you like the video, share it, subscribe, hit them notifications too. Shouts out to the whole entire LDBC, Lions Den, basketball, boxing. Till then, man, I'm gone.